Good morning, Pastor Brian here. Thank you for joining me today as we read a psalm a day today, Psalm 39. I'll be reading from the Common English Bible translation. Feel free to follow along in whatever translation you have. Give it a listen, and let's see what Psalm 39 has to say to us today. I promised I would watch my steps, so as not to sin with my tongue. Promised to keep my mouth shut as long as the wicked were in my presence. So I was completely quiet, silent. I kept my peace, but it did no good. My pain got worse. My heart got hot inside me. While stewing over it, the fire burned. Then I spoke out with my tongue. Let me know my end, Lord. How many days do I have left? I want to know how brief my time is. You've made my days so short. My lifetime is like nothing in your eyes. Yes, a human life is nothing but a puff of air. Yes, people wander around like shadows. Yes, they hustle and bustle, but pointlessly. They don't even know who will get the wealth they've amassed. So now, Lord, what should I be waiting for? My hope is set on you. Deliver me from all my sins. Don't make me some foolish person's joke. I am completely silent. I won't open my mouth because you have acted. Get this plague of yours off me. I'm being destroyed by the blows from your fist. You discipline people for their sin, punishing them. Like a moth, you ruin what they treasure. Yes, a human life is just like a puff of air. Hear my prayer, Lord. Listen closely to my cry for help. Please don't ignore my tears. I'm just a foreigner, an immigrant staying with you, just like all my ancestors were. Look away from me, so I can be happy again before I pass away and am gone. So that is the end of Psalm 39. What did you think about that psalm? What stuck out to you? What was it that intrigued you, or what did you like? What didn't you like? This psalm seems to focus a lot about just the shortness of human life, and you know, I think that's something that sometimes we can feel like things go on forever, and other times especially when you've got kids, things at times just fly by, and suddenly your children are in school, and then they're off to college, and then they're getting married, and they've got kids of their own, and time just flies by. And so, this kind of speaks to that in part of it. And in another part, it seems to be focusing on, once again, God delivering him, and probably from all these things that plague him and bother him. The psalmist, that is, he seems to be really bothered by this brevity of life, and nothing. Human life is nothing but a puff of air. I think that's. I don't know if that is meant to be, um, you know, just kind of talking about how short our life is, or if this, the psalmist David is kind of being really that cynical, maybe, or just recognizing the truth of it. For God, we read elsewhere in the Bible that for God, a thousand years is like a day, and a day is like a thousand years. So maybe it's just a recognition that our life is short, but at the same time, God pays attention. Hear my prayer, Lord. Listen closely to my cry for help, verse 12 says. And yet, God does pay attention. God does help. God does look after people. And at times it seems like things don't go so well, as the psalm also points out. But the fact that God does pay attention, and I think that's also something important to recognize as well. So, again, what did you hear? I hope that you found something helpful out of this psalm. Sometimes it's kind of interesting to dig out, especially when it's talking about plagues and puffs of air, and being an immigrant and all of this. But I think there's always something that we can pull out that really kind of touches us in a positive way. And so I hope you find that today. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, God bless, and I hope you can join me tomorrow.